Welcome everybody to a look at a new Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray limited edition release, and it is 1954's The Snow Creature. So this is directed by W. Lee Wilder. Take a wild guess whose brother he is, or was. And yeah, he did the likes of Killers from Space and Phantom from Space. So it's a science fiction horror film, clocking in at 72 minutes long. And yeah, stars the likes of Paul Langton, who was in several other 50 sci-fi films like The Incredible Shrinking Man, It, The Terror from Beyond Space, Invisible Invaders, and The Cosmic Man. Also stars Teru Shimada, who was in Tokyo Joe, but he was also going to be in one of his more notable roles in You Only Live Twice as Mr. Wasato. And then we also have Lot Martin, who played the robot Gort in The Day the Earth Stood Still due to how tall he was. He was apparently 7'7", and yeah, that's why he's in this film as the snow creature himself. So yeah, a botanical expedition into the Himalayas captures a yeti and brings it back to life, back alive to Los Angeles, where it escapes and runs amok. So, having seen a pair of films from the director before, I knew exactly what I was going to get in for with this one, in that it is a low budget effort. Unfortunately, I can't find the budget estimates for this, but I can't imagine it would have been that much. That doesn't have much in the way of spectacle or characterization. It is also incredibly lazy in certain ways, chief among which is a continuous reuse of either the same footage, as the shot in this, for instance, where the snow creature appears out of the shadows, and they use that so many times, and they also reverse the shot as well, which is evident because he goes back into the shadows, and yeah, you can quite clearly tell that that shot is not linked to any location where it is, implied that it is, and yeah, you reuse about 10 or so times, and yeah, that is most prominent when it gets to the Los Angeles setting, but even so, it is still really, really stupid and really rather quite infuriating as well. But it is also laughable, and they also use the same locales a lot of times as well. Um, Especially in Los Angeles, again, you can tell that it's the same road or the same alleyway or whatever, and yeah, it's just really, really quite lazy. That said, having been well versed in the low and high points of 1950 sci-fi films, I still managed to get enough enjoyment out of this. The cast is decent, the pacing is on point, there are plenty of unintentionally funny moments, not just the reuse of shots and stuff, but also the fact that the costume for the Yeti is quite clearly a costume. It's really also lazily done. You can quite tell that it's either a little bit of lycra or something with some hair that's attached to it, and then there's the hands that quite clearly look like oven gloves with fur on top of them. So yeah, it is quite lazy in that regard as well. It also doesn't outstay its welcome. The initial Himalayan setting before the film moves to Los Angeles is convincing enough. It is genuinely engaging and it doesn't outstay its welcome. But I will not for one moment try and claim that this is a good film at all. It is bang average at about 2.5 out of 5. So yeah, which is a little bit of a shame. I was hoping that Wilder would be able to bring out at least one solid sci-fi film, because I gave Killers from Space and Phantom from Space the exact same rating. So yeah, it looks like 2.5 is about all he's going to be able to do with these kind of sci-fi films. So yeah, you can quite clearly tell where the talent went from in his family. So yeah, but nonetheless, there is the disc itself. We do have reversible sleeve artwork as well, which drops the in there. It just calls it Snow Creature instead of the Snow Creature. Um, but yeah, I really do like the slipcover that this comes with, which obviously is limited edition. So there's not gonna be a lot of these, although I imagine this isn't gonna sell out anytime soon. But yeah, the Snow Creature there is slightly shiny. I really like the fact that it looks like a newspaper as well in certain regards, and then that kind of carries on to the reverse as well. So you've got trapped on a mountain, top 20,000 feet above the earth, one moment of romance in the midst of horror, exciting manhunt through twisting 100-mile tunnel. Now on the screen for the first time, millions read about this startling creature in Lifetime and Argosy magazines, whatever they are. Giant of all thrillers on the top there. And then on the front, you've got a half man, half monster. Himalayan monster terrorizes city, abducts women, annihilates men. Brought back to life only to escape and leave a trail of death and destruction in the frightened city. there is no destruction. Nothing gets destroyed in this. A couple of people do get killed, but yeah, the amount of property damage is very minimal, if non-existent. Also says, does the abominable snowman really exist? Clearly he does, because he's on this film. What was this half monster, half man that terrorized the city? No man, woman, or child is safe from the snow creature. And then it has the cast under there. So, yeah, it is also a little bit lazy in the fact that it has Japanese actors playing Sherpas, who are obviously more from Nepal, and they also are speaking also Japanese and not Nepalese or whatever language it is that they say over there. So, yeah, that's also quite lazy. But we have had the film scanned and restored in 4K from its 35mm fine grain master. Looks as decent as it's going to get, quite frankly, considering low budget film. Probably wasn't on the best film to start with, and no doubt has not been, kept in the best condition over time. So yeah, you are at the end of the day dealing with a 72-year-old film. So yeah, it's not gonna look amazing no matter what is done with it, but it looks decent enough. You got a commentary track with film historians Jonathan Rigby and Kevin Lyons. Then you got Kim Newman on the Snow Creature, so that's a 15-minute interview with the writer and film critic. Then you got the Wilder brother, 10-minute interview with writer Vincent Brooke on the forgotten legacy of W. Lee Wilder. And then this reversible sleeve artwork that I've shown you already, and it's got English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. And it's in the aspect ratio of 1:37:1, and not in colour like the film is claiming. I'm not sure why that is the case. See there? It says colour in the that box. So why is it saying in colour? I don't know, because it is quite clearly in black and white. So yeah, a little bit of a misprint probably there. But still, yeah, decent enough. It's region A only as well, so if you are importing it from America, then you will need a region 3 Blu-ray player. But yeah, nonetheless, a decent effort, but nothing spectacular. I certainly wouldn't recommend it to anyone that isn't well versed in 50 sci-fi, because for the large part, there is a lot of rubbish out there. But enjoyable rubbish, I find. So yeah, that is the case as far as I'm concerned. But if you are going to get into 50 sci-fi, then go for the films that are highly rated, well regarded, like The Day the Earth Stood Still, for instance, which, like I said, also stars Lot Martin. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen The Snow Creature before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.